So the Premier League has been back for 1 week, and so has the Ligue, and so has La Liga. How has this game week gone? Did I hit the streaks that I've been hoping to get? And let me know how your game week did go as well. If you guys could drop a like, that would be appreciated. Let's jump in to how I got on. So this is the streaks I managed to hit. We managed to hit Ligue 1, which I only had one team in. I hit, I think Sorare need to update this so you can actually click into it and show what you've actually claimed. But we hit Contender. I think it was the second streak in Contender, so I hit $50 on one of them. It might have been Challenges actually, and we also hit the Challenges one as well. Which Challenges I had a real good lineup that I was so close to getting podium, really close. But Premier League was really disappointing because I had four, in my opinion, really strong teams, and I know Crystal Palace are quite a good side this season. Well, they're looking like they're going to be a good side anyway. Chelsea, sadly, disappointed a little bit. Defensively, very nice. I mean, the new lad, Achimpong, had a really nice game at centre-back. Don't know if we're going to sign a centre-back. It looks like Maresca wants one. I don't know if our board are going to allow us to get a centre-back. But, yeah, Achimpong had a real good game. Defensively, real nice. But going forward, did struggle a little bit. But I do think Palace might be a good side defensively this season. They've got a solid core at the back, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, so I had Palmer captain in 3 lineups. So because he didn't do anything, it screwed me over big time. And my captain choices this game week, boys, were horrendous. Palmer captain, look there. Doku in a 4-0 win did nothing. I was expecting big things from Doku and he didn't do anything. We got the clean sheet even here, and Romero had a stinker. Kept giving away fouls. Lucky not to get booked, to be honest, and he kept giving the ball away as well. I think he must have had quite a few. Can I click into him and see his... There it is, passing. He kept giving the ball away and it's frustrating. A few missed passes. Yeah, so he looked a bit rusty, Romero, to be honest. But Richarlison and Kudus, if you had Kudus especially, he looks very good. He looks really good, to be honest, so... There it is. Salah got he had a stinker as well, to be honest, but lucky to get a goal. Ekatike looks incredible, absolutely incredible. Be interesting to see if he keeps up the form as he got the consistency as well. So if you've got an Ekatike, you'll be excited. João Pedro disappointed a little bit. Reinders, by the way, wow. I thought he'd actually have a bigger score than that though, because he looked really good. Obviously he did get a yellow card as well, but goal and an assist, and I think Oscar Bob as well. Please, Pep, do not roulette this guy all the time. I really hope he starts. If he starts most games, he could honestly be one of the biggest breakout players this season. Easily. Looks incredible. Rico Lewis, 96 by the way. Insane. And Ait Nori. I think them two fullbacks are going to be huge in their attack. Absolutely huge. So that's the Premier League anyway. Disappointing not to hit the 360 points for the first game week. Really disappointing. But yeah, Chelsea not turning up, especially scoring wise. My captain, you need your captain with a 50% bonus to do something, and when they both had terrible scores, it's hard. Anyway, very unexpectedly, I actually did really well in Ligue 1. Strasbourg were playing at away to Metz, and they actually did really well defensively. I knew all about Mamadou Sarr because Chelsea have signed him and we loaned him back to Strasbourg. I watched him quite a bit last season. I had him in season last season, and he is a beast. And he started off with an 83. Happy days. This centre-back I'm going to keep an eye on. Huysberg or something. I think they're signing from the Danish League. He's had a very nice game. Mike Penders as well. Yeah, overall, Strasbourg, they've done me proud. My Strasbourg stack. And also, Eric Dyer, I risked him because he was 40% to start, but I thought, I can't see him not starting. I know they've got a lot of depth in centre-back, but I thought, do you know what, I'm going to risk it. And what a risk it was. He hit 95 and got a goal. I think he's going to be brilliant in this Monaco side. I think Monaco got some interesting players. Akliouche might leave though. Lamine Camara is a beast as well. So, yeah, really happy with that because we hit the threshold, 360 points. So we've actually came 151st with also 1,000 essence coming in. Weren't too far off, like $100. It's 45 more points. Obviously, a captain choice again. Can you see what I mean? I'm so bad at captains this week. What is going on? I did have Eric Dyer captain at one point, but because he was 40%, I did change it. Anyway, La Liga, I don't really want to show you, to be honest. Absolute shit show. Shit show. On Friday, I think he played. He had 0 points, gave away a penalty, and got sent off. Is that the worst game you can ever have? Wow. And Junior Firpo didn't start. And Cucho Hernandez must have had an absolute stinker. Yeah, he had a big chance missed. Wow, he was bad. Betis conceded late as well. MLS is just a shit show at the minute. Here's where the lineups are getting a bit better though, because we had a real nice score again, because Sporting won 6-0. And Pedro Goncalves somehow, in a 6-0 win, had a stinker. I don't know if he's not even got a big chance missed. Did he have a big chance created or anything? I don't think he did he? Big chance created? No, nothing. Had one attempted assist, but yeah, God knows how he didn't do anything there. Because if he got something there, we could have actually been near real big money. That's why it's good to have like a Trincao, but he's worth quite a lot more. But yeah, Ignacio did incredible. The new left back, by the way, they signed this guy for 300k apparently from the Russian league, and he hit 100. So keep an eye out for him. I was having a look at his price, and if he's consistent, he could be a bit of an undercover player. And Galatasaray as well. Galatasaray have started amazing as well. Really, really good. Davinson Sanchez, real consistent. Lucas Torreira seems to be a real good scorer. Gabriel Serra with 78 on just AA. And Yilmaz as well. Wow, he was incredible in pre-season. That's why I picked him up. And he has started the season very good. And Salah's AA as well. Was in this. Amazing. So we hit the second streak on this. So we hit $50. So next week, I believe... I can't remember what score we need to hit next week, but I will have a look. But yeah, loving the Challenger stacks, to be honest. We had Besiktas, who did okay. Tammy Abraham in the goals again. Love to see it. Rafa Silva as well. Gabriel Paulista. Bidstrup, my classic, was not good enough, really. Bit disappointing. And Besiktas did concede as well. As you can see, you can't see actually, but under my webcam, Galatasaray stacks are actually winning. A full Galatasaray stack. Yilmaz, Sarah, Davidson. That's such an obvious team as well. I know I'm hindsighting a little bit, but that feels like such an obvious team to win. Like, a lot of them players are consistent. Davinson, Torreira, Sarah. Wow. Fair play. Fair play. That came first. And then this team. Quenda off the bench. I think 6 minutes he got 2 assists. Absolutely mad. Jude's in good form as well. My classic again. Letting me down. João Mario didn't do too good as well, and then Pence did alright. And then into contender, I did say in my last video I've got high hopes for Teddy Chuma, and as captain in 2 lineups, hit a 95, which means he got 149 as captain, which is huge, absolutely huge. But the sad thing is with this lineup is that random DMP alert, Kikuchi, in a 3-0 win, yeah, just randomly was out. He was like 90% to play, I'm pretty sure. And this was one of my biggest and best lineups this week. This is where we're literally 49 points off first, 41 off third. And sadly, my classic again was Angel Correa, who's been in real good form. They were at home, and they actually lost 3-1. He still had good AA, to be fair. Don't know if he's got any big chances missed or anything. But yeah, I'm gutted he didn't get a decisive, because if he got a decisive, we would have been on like podium probably. No big chances missed, to be fair. He had 2 shots on target, and did okay. But yeah, that's a bit disappointing, because that could have been huge. But again, I think we get the second streak there. I wish there was more ways of actually showing you what streaks we've hit. I think they should improve the thing a little bit, so you don't have to click 100 different things just to see what streaks you've hit. But real happy with that. Teddy Chuma in great form. This Spanish centre-back, by the way, for Zagreb, just rips AA for days. Absolutely rips AA for days. In possession especially. The right-back's doing decent. Koze Tani's in form of his life. I think he's had about 6 clean sheets in a row. Happy days. And then, fuck the Leicester goalkeeper. Bought the Leicester goalkeeper thinking I was being all smart, and he has been terrible the first 2 games. Absolutely terrible. And I bought in this guy as well, and he did incredible as well. Happy days for Hajduk split. So there are my contender lineups. And then the rares, I don't even think I want to show you my rares. They are literally, I mean, a lot of my rares are Chelsea players, to be honest. So they're a bit all over the shop. I loved this team on paper. Absolutely loved it. Obviously, Pickford conceded late. Romero had a stinker. West Ham lose 3-0. Mental to Sunderland. Caicedo had a good game. Bowen as well, and Palmer, and then Guller plays tomorrow. So yeah, a bit disappointing. The Arsenal stack did terrible. Rice and Saka against Man U, they did nothing. Van Hecke's a bit of a beast. I actually wouldn't mind if Chelsea signed Van Hecke. Probably a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I do actually really rate Van Hecke. I think he's a good centre-back. Doesn't get talked about very much. Doku didn't do much. Brighton conceded late, very late. I think they conceded off a corner or something. Bit disappointing. So a lot of Sorare is margins, a lot of it. This team actually was very unexpected. I put Trafford in last second because before the deadline ended. Edison was rumoured to be out and Trafford would start, and I captained Rico Lewis, and this was a bit of a throwaway, and they ended up banging these two as a stack. Sadly, it was around a lot of shit players. This is one of the best all-star teams though. In fact, it was champion, my limited champion. No huge scores in there, just a lot of consistent scores in there. Salah as captain as well. I mean, Greenwood hit 65 just off AA. Somehow they lost to Rennes. Bit surprised that, because they had a real good pre-season, Marseille. But yeah, happy with that. We should hopefully hit a tier 2. We have still got a few more games. I think Real Madrid play tonight, so hopefully they don't push me down too much. We've had DMPs. Tosin got injured. My Marseille stack hopefully next week will be really good, because I've got a real nice matchup at home. PSG rotated like crazy, so I'm sure a lot of people got screwed over there. My Eric Dyer, that was a lot of these are just like I threw them in as throwaways and just prayed for a bit of XP, maybe a bit of essence, but didn't do too much because I knew a lot of them were going to play. Was there anything else to talk about? My All-Stars, there was a few All-Stars that were a bit disappointing. This one was a bit mental. What else have we got? And then this one as well. The defence stack just messed me over because these four were incredible. They kicked me off really, really nice. And it's crazy how fast this arena went from shit. I was looking so good in this arena, and then literally Tarkovsky obviously gave away the penalty, which I thought was quite a harsh handball. Pickford was on nice AA and had the clean sheet. And yeah, it just went to shit. I was literally projected first, and then ended up very quickly not finishing first. And then second here, which we'll take. And Batiste conceded fairly late as well, which screwed me here. But projected fifth. Still a chance if Trent and Ardagula absolutely bang. Still a chance we could get top 3 there. So overall, I can't complain. I think we made about $70 still, which in a bad sort of game week, $70 in a bad game week, I'll absolutely take. The streaks were hugely carrying me. Onto the midweek, I've actually got some really, really strong matchups. In U23, I've decided to put the Strasbourg stack. They're playing Brøndby at home. So we've got Mike Penners and Sarr stacked up there. We've got an AZ centre-half playing there. I've got Simsay there. They've got a good matchup as well. There's some big teams playing some pretty unknown teams, I can't lie. So I've got some high hopes there. Omega as well, hopefully gets on the score sheet, as well as Dew, who's in good form. And then Celtic have got what is that team? I couldn't even tell you where they're from. FK Kairat. So I'm hoping for a clean sheet there. I've got Tierney captain. I can picture Tierney absolutely ripping here. And I've watched a few Celtic games and he does get forward a lot. So I'm hoping for like an assist there. We've got Messi in there who's 70%. Roldan, Carter Vickers and Shaqiri. Even this guy, Jose Tani, about 6 clean sheets in a row. So I'm hoping for a clean sheet there as well. Seattle have got a decent match. So I've got a lot of good matchups. And even Crystal Palace as well. Crystal Palace have got a real nice matchup. Again, who the hell is that team? So, if I've got a lot of good matchups, everyone else has got a lot of good matchups in this midweek. So it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be very high scoring, I think. I think Besiktas have got a bit of a trickier game. I don't really know who the team is, but I did look at the... if you have a look on Sora Inside match odds, in terms of percentage, Besiktas somewhere... Here they are, 43% chance of winning, so it's not as convincing as the others. Like Midtjylland, 84% chance of winning. Crystal Palace, 90%. Hopefully they don't rotate too much. Celtic, 87%. They are quite important games, I'm pretty sure. I think there might be like other qualifier games or something. I don't know exactly. River Plate, 78% there. Fluminense, 63%. Is that all that's playing? 58%. 61 for Seattle. Yeah, Palace being the biggest. So if Palace don't rotate too much, I mean, the likes of Munoz, Mateta, Sars, I mean, even Richards and players like that, like they could absolutely rip scores. Absolutely rip them. Palace stacks should eat this midweek. So they're my like midweek team. I have actually got Munoz captain there. I could stack him there, but I wanted a little bit of bonus. 2% bonus there. So I've gone with the 2 Palace players there, Sarr and Mateta. Hopefully they link up. So they are my midweek lineups, and then next week will be interesting as well because we want them second streaks, especially in Ligue 1. I was considering potentially buying someone, but Strasbourg do have a decent run of games, to be honest. They're playing Nantes. And then this guy ripped AA last week as well, so I've got him captain, hoping for that AA plus decisive. And Eric Dyer away to Lille. I don't think that's the worst game for him as long as he starts, because he's up against Giroud, and I know Giroud scored in his first game, but yeah, I can see Dyer winning a lot of duels, hopefully, because that's what he does. He wins a lot of duels. Betis at home as well. Part of the reason I did get a Betis stack was because I've got alright matchups. I know they did bad in the first game, but hopefully, might have to replace Firpo, probably will. That keeper's not going to start either. I did actually buy Paul Lopez though. I do need to get a replacement for Firpo though, if he's not going to start, but I will do that eventually. But they've got a good matchup, so hopefully at the first streak there. And Prem-wise, I mean, if you've got Arsenal cards next week, you are probably looking good. I do need to use my Saka though. I think. I mean, even Chelsea have got a decent matchup against West Ham. Away to West Ham. I've put Oscar Bob in there. It could be due a big game. My Spurs stack though, not the best of matchups away to City. But that is how we're looking. I think we Challenger again. For some reason, we Challenger lineups always seem to have like incredible matchups. Celtic have got a mad matchup. They've got Livingston. Sporting again, real nice matchup, and Galatasaray. So a lot of them are looking similar every single week. Happy days. And same with Contender, I believe. Yeah, Zagreb. Zagreb have got a good matchup. They've got Istra at home. So I've gone quite heavy in Zagreb there. And Teddy Tuma as captain with Wanitzek. Wanitzek's got a decent match as well. So hoping for a big game from Wanitzek. That'll be for $50. Is that the third streak? 400 points. I can see that team hitting 400 points. Definitely. Let's have a look at Challenger. Challenger's actually the fourth streak. Bloody hell. $200, 420 points. I've been hitting big scores in Challenger. So I really do hope if we hit 420 points, that might honestly put me in profit in all my Challenger cards. If I hit this 420 points, I think that'll put me in profit with all the in-seasons I've bought. Because I bought a lot of these when the leagues were off. I bought an Ashio for like a real good price. I think I bought him for like 20 quid or something. I bought Goncalves for like 20 quid. Yilmaz for like 17, I think. And Salah I bought for like 4 quid. So I bought a lot of these really cheap because they had good pre-seasons and good matchups. So yeah, 420 points, if we can hit that, we're cooking. That is the main target. We're winning them streaks. I'm gutted I didn't hit the Prem though. Absolutely gutted. I don't think 5 times still carries over, does it? Yeah, it's ended. So I think it's going to be. It goes down to 2 times, so it's not straight down to 5 times. So I'll hit $10 if we hit 360. I'm still trying to get the right Prem players really. I need Chelsea to just hit form. As soon as Chelsea hit form, I've got that many Chelsea players. My gallery will thrive. That's the only thing when you've got heavy in one team. If the team are not kicking on, it can hold you back a little bit. And then same here, we'll hit $10 if these can hit 360, which I'd like to hope so. Paul Lopez. Play Nathan in defence. Nathan there. And then another in season. I don't know if I've got it. Sergio Gomez. He just hasn't been doing it though. When he first went to Sociedad, his AA was really good. And I do actually really rate Sergio Gomez. I've tracked him a lot. Like I've tracked him at Anderlecht when he had like most assists in Europe. Yeah, he had real good AA at the start. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's lost set pieces or something. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I will need another in season now, I think. Gutted that Firpo's not actually. Yeah, he was on bench. Who started left back? Oh, Rodriguez. How are they still playing him at left back? That's crazy. Raquelme getting an assist. I think that might have been his debut. Let's also have any big chances created or anything? No. Not bad here though. So yeah. Need the first streak there. That would be nice. Any other streaks we're going for? I was looking at potentially buying a rare team, but rares I'm still going to wait, I think, a little bit. I don't really want to put more money in. I kind of want to actually yield towards a rare team. I think that's what I'm going to do with the winnings. Yeah, look at me, Champion Classic. Going heavy Marseille. Marseille at home to, I think they're newly promoted, aren't they? Paris FC. But yeah, Marseille, low-key allergic to clean sheets though. Allergic to them. So I'm hoping we can get a clean sheet there. Cardona had a big score last week. Ousmane Dembele, hopefully they don't rotate this week. And Parma, I'm going to be trusting you every single game week. So if you keep stinking, I mean, I saw a stat actually that a lot of people have probably seen. Parma hasn't had an open play goal since January, which as a Chelsea fan, it didn't feel like a big deal because he's incredible. I mean, on the eye, he's an insane player. Absolutely insane. So I'm not worried in that sense. But if you do look at his scores back when he used to play, I actually think Parma, in terms of numbers, was miles better under Poch. And I don't know why that is. If you go back, I mean, there was a time where almost every week he'd hit 100. I mean, look at them. This was under Poch. I do think under Poch, though, I've always thought this as a Chelsea fan, and this is where it's a complete different system, and don't get me wrong, I don't miss Poch. But for purely Parma's scores, we used to have the fullback overlapping, and he used to be more on the right, and it honestly used to work so much better, I think. When he gets the ball off the left, I don't like it at all, because he can't cut in and actually shoot off the left. And he doesn't have a fullback overlapping on the right. They always invert, like Reece James comes into midfield. So I think it affects Parma's scores a little bit. It definitely does. I fought it for the longest time, and even Reece James' scores. I know Reece James hit a good score this week, but I do think Reece James is a little bit wasted coming into midfield. But he'd have to change the whole system. That's the problem. So what do I know? But in terms of individual scores, I think that's why Parma's suffering a little bit. And in real life, that's why he's not scoring as many goals. Not because of his talent. His talent's insane. Insane. I just hope Chelsea come good. Anyway, I've waffled quite a little bit this video. Let me know how your game week has gone. Hopefully you managed to hit the streaks that you are going for. We did get promoted though, which is nice. Promoted in 4 divisions. Hopefully we got a fast pass there. How can I look? I will have got the fast pass, I think. If you came in the top 20%, you got a fast pass to Division 1. I think I won't get any fast passes here in Prem. In Liga, and I'm hoping. Definitely not there. I cancelled that lineup actually. Any more promotions? I mean, I've got Div 1 there. Hopefully these. They'll probably be Div 2. I've got Div 1, and that's Div 2. And yeah, my rare's bloody horrendous. No promotion there. Is it just all 1 division then? In Classic? I don't even know. I took quite a big break off Sorare, so I've not read everything that's new. So I'm still sort of getting back into it. Everything that's new. Chris Wood, by the way, what the and Elliot Anderson's assist was beautiful. Elliot Anderson's actually, like, his scores are really good. Keep an eye on him, because Forest are like, could have another good season, I guess. I mean, they've lost. Who did they actually lose? I mean, they lost Alanga, didn't they? But they've not really lost many other players. Is this Sangara's starting there? And Doy. Yeah, mad. I didn't see the goal they conceded. I don't know if it was a bad goal they conceded, but obviously they were incredible for a good 7 or 8 months for keeping clean sheets. Yeah. By the way, before I end, I want to show you a quick tab that a lot of you might use anyway, but I found it and I thought, oh, it's quite an interesting tab, because I used to love this, looking at this on Sorare data back in the day, and I really wanted them to add it here. So if you go to my lineups on the left, if you then click top players, it shows you all the best scores from that game week. You can search by your players as well. So if you've got any players in your gallery, like Ollie McBurney, I've got 2 of. I didn't use him in any lineups. He was at home to Oxford and actually got a goal and an assist, and I wouldn't have known that if it weren't for this tab. Rico Lewis obviously scored big. Tumer, Eric Dyer, Magny. I think he plays wing back for Cercle Bruges. I didn't have him in any lineups. Obviously Trafford had a good game. Anyone else that I haven't noticed? He's quite good. Colert plays left wing back. Felipe Anderson getting a very, very rare goal in Brazil. He doesn't do that great usually. Zakaria with an assist. His scores are quite good. Gakpo obviously did quite well. Gabriel Paulista. This guy getting a goal in a 4-0 win. Liner with a goal. Didn't know that. Anyone else? Surprising. This Sevilla guy looks like a last man tackle. Shows the right ear there as well. Eric Garcia. Not everyone expected him to start. What was the Barca lineup? Oh, I hate how many clicks you have to do. Like, you can't view the Barca thing here. Got to click in to then view. But yeah, that's pure AA. No Kunde. Kunde's on the bench. God, Yamal's just a freak, isn't he? Freak of nature. Yeah, Livramento had a big game against Villa. 0-0 that game. Chris Wood. The GOAT Achampong. Pure AA. Quenda. Richard Van Hoot. Roldan. Mikey Johnston. I didn't realise he had that good of AA. Got an assist against Wrexham. Ostrak. Bloody hell, Ostrak. He's a throwback. He's been tucked in my... I think he's that tucked in my gallery that he's tucked it in vault somewhere. So, again, this is quite a good and interesting thing, because sometimes you can have a few players tucked in your vault that you don't even realise are scoring good. Because, honestly, some of them are absolute shite, and then randomly they can become good. So, yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out. Brian Ruiz with 70. Raman with a decisive. Any other sneaky ones? Mama Balde. Cresswell. I heard Cresswell had a good debut, actually. He didn't have the best score in his first game, but he's had another good game, and Stoke obviously top of the league. So keep an eye on Cresswell. Don't put him in many good lineups at the minute, because I don't know if I trust Stoke. And I still don't trust Stoke, to be honest. I've been traumatised by Stoke in the past. I used to have so many Stoke players and they were shite. So I'm traumatised to put them in any good lineups. But maybe if Stoke are going to be good this season, then Cresswell could be a good scorer. Vigouroux. Clean sheet. I mean, Sheffield United look in trouble, to be honest. Look in big trouble. Demi Bay. John Stones, by the way, was fit. Somehow John Stones was fit. Leif Davies. I didn't know he had that AA. That's quite a good AA, actually. At home to Southampton in a 1-1 draw. That is a tidy little score. That's a bit frustrating. His score's a bit frustrating. I didn't think he was going to play. He weren't projected to... Or he was a risky player to start. Angel Gomez at Marseille now at nice AA. Rodrigo Muniz scored. It's the most Louser thing of all time, his score, by the way. If any of you guys know Louser, Imran Louser, he's like... I honestly think he could be one of the best players in Championship. But I'm pretty sure he got an assist or something. He was on a huge score and then he got sent off near the end of the game. It literally is the most Imran Louser thing ever. It's like he spat at someone last season or something and got a six match ban. He's so annoying, man, because he could be such a good scorer in the Championship. Because he just is too good for the Championship. I love finding players that are too good for Championship, and because the Championship's got that many fixtures, you can get some good utility. Carlos Hill, I expected to get a better score than that. They actually lost 2-0 at home to LAFC. Mad. Tavernier. I do think Tavernier might be a good, if you want a cheaper Prem in season, by the way. I think for next game week, Marcus Tavernier could be a good little option. They're at home to Wolves, and he was playing in the 10. I think he was on some set pieces as well, so keep an eye out on Marcus Tavernier. Could be a good little option for next game week in Prem. But don't listen to me, because I didn't hit the threshold. But yeah, anyway, I've went on a bit of a sidetrack there. Just, I think they're constantly updating this. I don't know how long this has even been here, but I just discovered it today. And if you filter off my players as well, you can just have a look who's scored the best. That's how I found that left back from Sporting. He scored 100, which is pretty mad. Moward Jr. as well, he's back. Absolutely banging scores. If he stays fit, he'll be an absolute demon. For PSV. But yeah, if any of you guys are new to Sorare as well, use my link to sign up. You'll get some bonuses as well. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there. Hopefully you guys have had a good game week, and hopefully we'll be back with another video soon. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.